Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Jeff again, coming to you with Minecraft from the Mindcrack vanilla server. And where am I right now? Well, I'm right here by where I've been working the last few weeks on things. You can see the top end of my 2 hearts that I finished in the last video. And that's coming along nicely, but I needed to take a break from making cards and just go off and do something else. And I figured I would go up on top of this giant mountain that was next to where I was working off of and see what I saw. See what I saw. Now I see what I seen. See what I thought I could have seen. See this. Beautiful. It's beautiful. I want to go over there and check out this little mountaintop with the lava and stuff on it though. So something different to do instead of continuing to make cards because it gets really tedious after a while. However, I'm making some awesome progress. I hope you guys have seen, and yes, I've gotten many suggestions from people. Some people concerned that all my card, the numbers on the side of the card aren't the exact same height, and I agree. They're not the same height and width. Part of that is because you're limited in Minecraft with that little space to what looks right doing diagonals and things like that. So, and unfortunately is making it so they're all not going to look perfect, but I might revisit some of them later after I get the deck of cards up and running and see how everything looks and how I can make it like fashion back together a little bit better. But yeah, we'll see. We'll look into that. Sandy Fun has sent me another screenshot of something that I want to update with the 3. So the next set of cards I make, the 3, she sent me a better version of the 3. So I might go through and fix the 3 on even the heart suit if it turns out to look as good as I think it's going to look when all is said and done. But either way, that stuff is coming along nicely, so I really look forward to getting that up and underway. We'll just deal with the face cards and then finish it, like, getting on through and finishing this deck, and hopefully we will have something to move forward with as we search for the new spawn, which I know a lot of you guys are like, why do you keep doing this stuff? Why do you keep building things? Because you guys are about to just go get a new spawn point. Yeah, we get a new spawn point. It doesn't mean everything else goes away. It does mean that I will not be spending time at my base anymore, most likely. I don't plan on returning back to the base, but this will travel with me forever throughout the server. It's going to go with us wherever we are. Once it's made, the maps, as long as I keep a copy of the maps, which, yes, I know some people are going to destroy everything they own and move on. I'm going to do similar, but not exactly, because I'm still going to take all the cards with me before I move on, because all this work will not be for naught, and I think it's going to be good for the server in general to do this little like spawn relocation so that we can keep things fresh and exciting. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy about it, and I'm just looking forward to more people playing on the Minecraft server in general. That being said, I do have to tell you, I put out a video a few weeks ago that one of the clips at the beginning of it was a guy in DC that I see on a regular basis, like running down the street backwards, dancing, singing, having a good old time. And I will tell you, I see him more and more frequently now. I think whatever he's doing, he's loving it. I will tell you, he is loving what he is doing, because I saw him again this morning, and not only was he doing his normal old singing, dancing, he turned and like just start yelling down the street to people and all this stuff. It was so weird. That same intersection that I took the video at, because I see him on those streets all the time, so I must just be coincidentally on his same route when he goes for a jog. It's about when I'm going to work, and it happens to be on the same route that I go to work on every single day. He was running on this very busy street. It's North Capitol. He was running on it while there was a green light for North Capitol. I was sitting on a different street, the cross street of North Capitol. I was sitting there at the red light, and he was literally going with traffic in, like, it was so dangerous looking, but I couldn't even be mad at the guy because he was having so much fun. He was just running back and forth in, like, essentially the left turn lane, just going back and forth during the green light. I don't know if he was timing himself on how many that he could do, but he would run one normal. He would run one waving with one hand, like waving in the air. He'd run another one hopping on one foot, like up the street, and then when the light turned red and he actually had the right of way to cross the street on the crosswalk, he moved back to the crosswalk and just started on his merry way again down the street. I think I'm going to do some research and find out what exactly it is that he's doing, what this exercise routine is called or what it is or whatnot. And I'm going to see if I can interview him one of these days. I really want to ask the guy if he would mind if I had, like, if I stopped him. I'll even run next to him. I don't care. I'll do what he's doing. It looks fun. If I had a trainer like that to do a workout routine, I don't care how stupid you look. I think there was a Friends episode of that when Phoebe, like Jennifer Aniston's character, Rachel, was like really mad at Phoebe because Phoebe wanted to go jogging with her all the time, and Phoebe ran in all some crazy way. So Jennifer Aniston didn't want to run with her anymore because she was embarrassed. And Phoebe was like, "Come on, you just let loose. You have fun. It makes you just like it makes jogging and stuff way more enjoyable." And at the end, she does it and realizes how fun it is to let loose, and it doesn't matter what people think and what they look like. I would love to find this guy, interview him, and ask him if I can join his routine. Like, I'll be like, dude, I'll run with you once or twice a week, just doing the stupid things that you do just for fun, because he looks like he has such a good time doing it. And it's funny that the very first time I saw him, I was so confused and dumbfounded. And then when I saw him again, I was like, okay, this is just a little bit weird, but no big deal. I didn't think that I would see him on such a regular basis all the time. I mean, I guess that's the definition of regular basis, but I see him so often. I was not expecting that to be the case. Definitely not expecting that to be the case. And it seriously brings a smile to my face every day when I'm going to work. So not only is he having a good old time while he's running, but he's giving me, he's giving me like happy thoughts, and not dirty happy thoughts, guys. Get your mind out of the gutter. He's giving me like happy thoughts when I'm on my way to work, just because I realize like what people can do. Who knows? Maybe he's crazy. Maybe he's mentally ill and he needs help. I don't see that though. It's possible. I'm just saying that I can't negate that possibility that there's actually a mental issue that causes him to do that. But I hope that's not the case, because I want that guy to like do his thing forever and just keep doing it and make. I wonder what other people in the DC area think of him when they see him on the street. If they think he's crazy, or if they're like me and they thought he was kind of crazy the first time they saw him, and then they just can't get enough and they think it's like amazing. Like I'd really like to know what what other DCites, Washingtonians, I don't remember what we're called anymore. I did a whole like episode about different states and what people are called. Hey, a witch hut. I was actually coming out here. I came into the swamp because I was curious if there would be a witch hut here or not. And lo and behold, there is. I think this is like a full area witch hut as well, which is, they're a little bit harder to come by, which would be a perfect one to start a witch spawning farm. But with a new server on the horizon, I doubt that the witch spawning farm would be very helpful. I do want this though. I'll take your cauldron as well. Sorry, witch, no spells for you anymore. You know what I can do, too? I can keep... Oh, I almost killed you. I can take you. Oh, I got plenty of wool on me. I can make a bed and actually sleep the night away here in said witch farm, so that we can continue our journey without worrying about getting decimated by mobs, which is definitely something that would inevitably happen in this area. And she, luckily, already has a lovely crafting bench set up for me and ready to go. So let's go in here and use this thing, make my bed. Boom, 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 boom. I said, daytime. Excellent. Moving on. So now if I die, I will spawn in that witch farm, or that witch hut, I mean, and I still have to make my way back to my cards and stuff at the end of this episode, but I just figured I'd venture out where no man has ventured before. I'm hoping nobody's ventured out here before, because if they have, it's just going to make it more dangerous for the deck of cards. But once we move spawn, it actually shouldn't be a big deal. I'll probably be the only one hanging out in any areas that we've already dealt with, because I think everybody else will kind of move on to the new spawn point. I need to go take a look at what Shree's been doing on the server, too, because a lot of times at night when I'm on the server working on this stuff, Shree is online as well. And Shree is back at the main spawn area, I think. He might have moved on and gone somewhere else, but he's not anywhere near me as essentially what I'm saying. So I have no idea what he's working on, and I'm pretty sure he knows that there's going to be a server, like, you know, a spawn replacement coming up at some point soon, because I would hope the poor guy doesn't put in like a bunch of work in building something amazing because he doesn't realize that we're going to move spawn. I would suck for Shree to come back, get all this energy, all this motivation to want to do this, and then we're like, yeah, your build that you just did, like, we just negated it, it's gone, and he didn't know. And I think it would make him a little bit upset. I can understand why. So hopefully he's aware. I should talk to him and make sure, but I'm pretty sure he is. So it's so nice to have like Shree back on the server. I know I've said that before, but definitely looking forward to when I get done with this project, actually moving in and doing some more like collabs with people. And Shree's one of those guys I would love to do a collaboration with. That's for sure. And still though, it's with my new job and everything, it is. Anyway, I was going toward. I saw a cave in the side of this mountain. I was going toward. Where'd it go? Oh, is this it? Oh, that's it. Okay, never mind. Ow. Yeah, with my new job and everything, it's so hard. Like, it's so nice to have a schedule again where I can plan weekends off. I know that I get out of work. I can't say every day, like, you know, at the same time, but I know that I can do night classes for the fire department, whereas when I was in, you know, bedside nursing, I never know if I'm going to work, what days of the week I'm going to work, if I'm going to be working night shift, this, that, the other. So it's really hard to schedule things like that. So it's really nice having a job where I can schedule that stuff more, but it's also so demanding because I'm gone, you know, Monday through Friday during the daytime, and that's when a lot of like collab stuff is going on with the group. Like they even sent out an invite for one of the big collabs that they got going on, and it's like every day starting at 2 o'clock Eastern time, you know, for like 4 hours for recording. And I'm just like, guys, I don't get out of work yet. Like, is there any way to push this back? But of course their schedules are all full on all these other dates and times as well, which is why they, you know, they squoze it in when they could on those times. So I will tell you that gets really annoying, because despite the fact that, you know, being able to schedule things more, the ability to schedule is like much harder. If I can hopefully find a spot on the night schedules of people. Though I will tell you, even when I have like nights that people try to schedule things that they're like, you know, hey, every Tuesday night let's record something, you know, from this time to this time. Of course, it's not to, you know, talk bad about her or anything, but Julia gets a little upset when I'm constantly, quote unquote, in her opinion, you know, scheduling times for like recording and things like that. And I mean, I understand, but at the same time, it's hard for me to explain to her, like, look, I know that like you go play soccer every night, you know, every night that you can at like, you know, 8:30 or 9 o'clock, and you don't think there's a problem with that. So if I'm doing something like every Tuesday for, you know, from, you know, 8 o'clock through, you know, 10 o'clock and getting some recording done or something like that, I was like, it should be the same thing. But unfortunately, it's definitely not seen that way. I think people, no matter how much they understand what you do, if you're like a YouTuber or whatnot, like people who are full-time, I think they have a lot easier time of explaining it to people, friends, significant others, whatnot. Like, look, this is my job. This is where all of my income comes from. It is what my #1 priority is and where everything goes, that I've got to, you know, make sure I have time for this stuff. Whereas myself having a job, Julia and, you know, friends and family and things like that don't quite understand it on the same level. They're like, you have a job. You're just sitting at home and doing something for the fun of it. Like, this is a pleasure thing. Like, you don't have to do the pleasure thing every single, you know, Tuesday or whatnot, you know, from at this time. I'm just giving an example of like a Tuesday. So despite, you know, people understanding about, you know, YouTube and my channel and this and that, it's hard for them to grasp it as anything other than like a side hobby, because of the fact that I do work a full-time job. And it's funny to think that the more work I try to put into something that is not my sole source of income, people like, you get a lot of backlash from people because they just don't understand how you would focus, like, to waste all of your free time just playing games instead of being, you know, hanging out with, you know, your family or your friends or whatnot. And it's like, no, you don't understand. It's not like that. It's different. It's, you know, potential stuff in the future. I don't know. It's so weird. It's hard to explain. It is something that I have to deal with on, I can't say every day, but on a relatively routine basis when I'm trying to schedule like collabs and things like that with people, is not only, you know, getting things mixed in with their schedules, but also getting things mixed in with my schedule, and then, you know, getting it past the quote-unquote wife. No, we are not married, but, you know, we've been together for quite a long time, and, you know, we live together and things like that. So, you know, essentially we work as, you know, a family unit in planning things and, you know, getting things, you know, organized. It's kind of, I think it came from that way. It's kind of one of those type of, you know, relationships. That's what happens when you've been together for, you know, a long time like that. So I think I got to go back that way to get back, but I do want to do a little bit more exploring before I head all the way back, I think. Let's see if something is good. Something looks good over here. I was going to look for a nice little cave system out here, but unfortunately, all those caves I was just in were a little bit bust. But I also like the looks of the top of this stuff. I wish they made it so that diamonds weren't just like on low levels, or diamonds and gold and things like that, but if they would somehow change the spawning algorithm or the world generation algorithm to be like, if it's a mountain, like if it can tell that it's within a mountain, like it could be somewhere in that mountain, that it doesn't have to just be below a certain level. It's just got to be surrounded by, you know, in an area that's surrounded by rock on so many sides, or, you know, something like that. Because I think it add another dimension to the game, that the only thing that you do, like in UHC, when we play UHC, what's the first thing that everybody does is you go find, you know, some basic, you know, supplies, and you get into a cave system, and you go down as far as you can to try to get to gold and diamond level. So everybody ends up spending all this time in, you know, deep in a cave system, trying to make sure that they can adequately be prepared to, you know, take on other teams and have golden apples at the ready. Whereas if you made it so that you didn't have to go down to get apples, and you could still spend time in like these higher level cave systems and have the same type of resources, not only could it, excuse me, speed up some of the action in UHC itself, but it could just speed up or change gameplay in general of the way people play Minecraft. And I think that would be a cool thing to add to the game. Cool dynamic. Ooh, let's see if this leads us anywhere. This has potential. Nope. Potential has been expired. It was a coupon for potential, yet the coupon is expired. So therefore, potential is... I need a rain check on potential, please. Rain check on potential. Sorry, sir, we don't do rain checks anymore. Well, it wasn't a cave system, but it's a dungeon that just happens to be chilling here. I bet you, judging by this... Let's see if we can get to... Oh, no, I guess not. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Well, not much, but... Yep, guess that was it. Well, let's see if it just goes back this way or something. So I have a feeling this cave expands somewhere else, judging by this gravel, but I guess I was wrong. Let's see what we got. What goodies do we get? Look, a golden record. Yay! I got some more name tags. I'll take some iron. I'll take some bread. Aye. Did I tell you you could attack me? No, I don't think I did, sir. More name tags, a saddle. Hey, in case I go find a horse out in this crazy area, I'll take it. And why not? We'll take the gunpowder. Not that I need it for anything, but we'll take it anyways. If I can find a horse and ride him back, oh, that would make me really happy, actually, if I can find a horse. Ride it back. Crap. I am turned around. In which way I came into this cave at. Yeah, I don't think it matters. I have the coordinates written down somewhere of where I would need to go, so I would just find that. But I don't think I was in this plains. So plains are a good place to potentially find a horse, so that'd be kind of cool if I could find a horse. Except, don't you need, like, wheat for a horse? You might need wheat. I can't remember if you can do it without the wheat, it just takes longer, or if you actually need the wheat for a horse taming. I guess it doesn't really matter until I actually come across a horse. Shoot, it is dark. Oh, are you serious? I should have taken that thing from the witch. I need to go find a tree before I can make another bed. And of course, since I'm in the plains, the trees are so far away. I was going to say, look, a cave I've been into, but it's definitely not a cave I've been into. It's just one filled with lava. There's rabbits. Okay, quickly, before too many enemies spawn. And let's do that just to conserve space. There we go. Okay. Good. I'm actually going to take this bed with me. I don't care. If I die and get spawned back to the beginning land, no big deal. Again, I just got myself all turned around to where I came from. I came through that plains field, so yeah, I gotta be this way. Looks like there's more plains-ish biome over here. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna find while I'm out here zipping around, and I eventually got to get back to the cards so I can continue working on making the cards. It's gonna be a long journey back now, just because I've taken a long journey away, but it'll be a fun journey back. So, anyways, guys. Thanks for watching this episode. Just a couple updates about things going on, and nothing special really happened. But, you know, then again, special things really haven't happened lately at all on the channel. No, I'm just kidding. They haven't happened at all in this game, though. It's been a lot of, you know, seeing the same scenery for a while because of the nature of the build that I'm doing. So, this gave you guys a little chance to explore some more of the Mindcrack server. And look forward to seeing even more of the Mindcrack server at a later time while we search for the new spawn. Alright guys, take care, and I will see you next time.